Now, throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now, 11 a.m.
All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All day. 51 to Mike. Cluster.
To throw is Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Rodgers now to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Allen, the intended receiver.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
57 to Mike. 57.
Now this time, Rodgers will throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
319. I got it. Hey, 4 down. Inside.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Coming this way. Here we go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Here we go. You can get it.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jerry Tillery in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go, buddy.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
380. Mike Bobo. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's out of time, guys. It's out of time.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. As they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is taken at the 10. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jones. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Smooth. Here, Mike. Hey, high 7. 57 to Mike. Give me 19.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
A
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't.
Now Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9, Rivers, and this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And some room to roam now. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Benjamin with it over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. from the shotgun. It's Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do? And got his man complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He sets up the screen to Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Chargers in good field position to start out, 1st and 10. So we have reached halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Jones. Room here to run. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I wanted to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing Rivers. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rivers to throw it. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the gun, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Rivers. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Rivers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Preston Smith there on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Adams has it, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Stop your body.
Hey, 626. Hey, wahoo.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Set 180. Hey, go orange. Orange.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, exit.
Man up,
Here's Rivers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Rivers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Set 180. Through. Black 11.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him, complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Brings up 3rd down and
9. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch a slap, watch a slap.
He's back to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check 24, 44.
One last shot now for Rivers. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone. And that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for the Packers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
all on my wrist, AOB, just all off of getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit, ex slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch.
STRO. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?